be out here in Connecticut getting money out here with my main man, Steve Stizzle, and my boy on the camera, Jeff, Jiggy Jeff.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm with Jeff. We're from We Are Change, Connecticut, and we're down here in D.C. at the 2013 presidential inauguration.
This is Jeff Durkin with We Are Change, Connecticut. We just got out of the Jeremy Hammond sentencing out here in New York City. We're out here in Maryland reporting for the Bradley Manning rally at Fort Meade.
We're here in New Jersey at the Sleep No More event, concert.
We're out here in Washington, D.C. We're out here after the event Anarchy in NYC. We're out here at Real Artways in Hartford, Connecticut, where we just wrapped up a screening of the film Dirty Wars.
I think that part of creating new media is telling stories that people need to hear and framing issues that the mainstream media won't frame the way they'd be framed.
Corporate media, as I'm sure you and your viewers are quite aware, prefers not to cover certain topics.
Journalism with real fact-based, cutting through that left-right paradigm and reaching out to people.
So people are starting to wake up and people are starting to question why, and that's leading them to answers that are fucked up, that they see, wow, are you kidding me? Like, the media is bought and paid for? What do you mean? I thought this was the news.
It's not about what the mainstream media is saying, it's about, this is what it's about. And I feel like, as an activist and as a photographer, I'm in a really good position to bring the truth and the real photos and the real news.
It's a revolutionary time for journalists because you can just pick up a smartphone or a small camera and head out and change the world.
Change start from you the editor, change start from you the cameraman.
And if we're gonna fucking go down, let's go down swinging. I mean, we're in the middle of a shitstorm, and I think there's hints of an oncoming clusterfuck, and they may merge into some sort of shitsterfuck, and that's not good for anyone.
I go back to this Tupac quote, where Tupac says, you know, I don't want to take over the world. I want to be the spark that lights the brain, that ignites a fire that changes the world.
Courage is not the absence of fear, it's overcoming fear.
And I think young people get it. It's not left versus right. At this point, it's right versus wrong. At this point, it's freedom versus tyranny.
My name is Dave Schmecker. I live in Naugatuck, Connecticut. I am a veteran, U.S. Navy veteran.
My name is Richard Grove. I'm the host of the Peace Revolution podcast and creator of TragedyandHope.com.
I'm Everett Stern, I'm a whistleblower with the HSBC money laundering scandal.
We are the Occupy Bus Tour, and we are a group of activists traveling around the country. We are supporting and reporting on actions.
Team Rebel Inc. came from just kind of like a tongue-in-cheek paradox of, you know, the rebels and a revolution basically being sold to you by a corporation.
Thomas Drake, I'm a civil liberties activist. I used to be a senior executive at NSA and became a whistleblower for government wrongdoing illegalities.
I think what's really important to drive home is the executive, unchecked, doesn't limit itself. That's the nature of executive power.
Then the more people lose faith in political institutions and the more economic anxiety they experience as a result of what they perceive as endemic corruption, the more willing they're going to be to start questioning the legitimacy of the authority of these institutions.
Because without grassroots media, without citizen journalism, we will not be able to take back the media.
I stopped in here and talked to the Connecticut Oath Keepers, and we're here at the King 33 Training Center and did some force on force. In fact, you just shot me.
If you refuse to leave, you'll be placed under arrest and you want to trespass.
The police presence here is a little overpowering.
to do it while I'm scooping?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
You don't mind doing it while I'm scooping?
No, I don't. If you don't mind doing it while you're scooping.
Y'all need to understand this one last example. If the house is on fire and we are changed come into the room and we the ones that smell smoke, would you care how we woke you up? No, long as we wake your ass up, plain and simple.
I am here speaking for LEAP, Law Enforcement Against Prohibition.
I have one of the 8 licenses issued in the state of Maine to have a dispensary and produce as much cannabis for my patients as necessary.
About that is the reason that I'm here right now. It hits home. Nobody wants any further legislation on gun control. What they're trying to do to restrict legal, law-abiding gun holders is ridiculous.
Have really made an effort over the last 2 years to try to find mandates that are not necessary.
This change is going to happen, and we are not going to go away until it does.
Once you know, you can't unknow.
Support truth tellers like Jeremy Hammond, Bradley Manning, Aaron Swartz, and Julian Assange.
3 years ago, there was no discussion of the covert war on terror in the mainstream at all.
The war on terror is on trial, the press is on trial, and Bradley Manning is on trial.
The eye been in the sky, but always know that we're watching you, watching me.
A lot larger than us three standing here. It's a lot larger than we are changed. It's a lot larger than Public Enemy. All right, but as long as we're here, breathing, we have to at least try to raise the conscious level of the entire human family.
Freedom is everything.
Tom just pushed me, and I pushed him back.